recently, I had the pleasure of calling on Dalai Lama ji, a renowned saint. And you look at his humility, that he came out of his meeting room to receive me. So I was expecting several layers of security, but Dalai Lama came. We had a great discussion. And Dalai Lama thereafter famously said that prayer alone does not help. Prayer has to be accompanied by action. You can sit in the temple and pray for the rest of your life. Nobody will come and serve food to you. For having food, you have to go to the field. That is the divine arrangement. There is a beautiful prasang in the Ramayana where Ram meets Jatayu. And Jatayu is injured by Ravana. Ravana had abducted Sita ji. And Jatayu says that, "Oh Lord, all I want is your bhakti and go to your Vaikuntha Dham. Please bless me." And what does Rama say? Rama has tears in his eyes. And Tulsi has described it beautifully. Tulsi says, Rama says, "Jal bhari nain kehat ragurai." Ram has tears in his eyes. And he says, "Tat karm nij te gati pai." Whatever you are achieving is because of your actions, not my blessing. परहित बस जिनके मन माही तिनकहूं जग दुर्लभ कछु नाही. He who thinks of the welfare of others, he can attain anything in this world. Tan taji tat jahu mam dhama, dehu kahi tum purana kama. And Ram says, you leave this body and go to my Vaikunt Lok. There is nothing that I can give to you. There is nothing that you lack. And when the scriptures say kritkritye, it means when all your desires, everything has been accomplished. But Tulsi also says, karma pradhan vishwa kari rakha, jo jas karein so tas phal chak. So karma is pradhan, but karma is not everything. Karma pradhan is the primary actor is karma, but through, they say, grace of God, you can achieve a lot. When Parvati went on a fast for several years because her desire was to marry Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva was in Samadhi, he was not willing to get married. Now how will the union take place? So Narad goes to Himalaya, Parvati's father, and Narad ji says, "Jo tap karai sukumari." If the princess does tapasya, bhavai met sakahi tripurari. Bhavai is the destiny. Destiny can be changed by Lord Shiva if Goddess Parvati performs tapasya. So that is the power of tapasya. So it's not that karma is everything. You can perform best of actions, 100% of actions. You may get result, you may not get results. That's why Gita says, karmanya vadika raste ma phaleshu kadachan. But sometimes you may get the fruit which is 10 times, 100 times more than what you have expected. But the divine has the power to even change your destiny. But such a state should not reach. First, the destiny part is with us, that we should be able to, with the help of scriptures, with the help of our own effort. There are two zones. I say one is the comfort zone, where we do what is comfortable. Other is the effort zone, what we do, which is possible through the best of our efforts. And that's why Gita says, Yoga karmasu kaushlam. Yoga is excellence in action. When Tendulkar used to bat, he would say, "I only see the ball, I don't see the bowler." Same thing they would say about Kohli. That when they are on the field, they say, "No, there's no distractions, we are just focused." So that is the power how to focus on the mind. I'll conclude by just one or two verses, that how focus of mind, because we are in the university. Firstly, what is the meaning of a university? The term university started to teach students what is their place in the universe. University, the root is universe. And when I feel, what is my place in the universe? Can you see the universe and see your place? That we are like a speck of the dust. So universe teaches us oneness, but also teaches us humility. But universe also has another meaning, that is universe. One word. So message of oneness. And there was one American philosopher, Julian Johnson. He's written a wonderful book called The Path of Masters. And he says the greatest thought of Indian philosophy is Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. That truth is one. God is one. Sages call it by different names. You can call it by Krishna or Ram or Jesus or Prophet or by any name. It remains one. So on this note, I conclude my talk, and I once again profusely thank Dr. Vishwanath Karad, who is an extraordinary personality, and the work that the World Peace University and MIT institutions are doing, this is not only global in quality, but unique in the world. I have lived all over the world. I have not come across another university that is so dedicated to developing good values, moral values. The focus is on goodness. And this is a university of not only peace, but enlightenment. And I am sure the university in days to come will produce a lot of Buddhas and a lot of learning. So I am grateful to you, sir, for inviting me. And it's always a pleasure to come and meet so many of learned people. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.